So my story is a little unique. I joined inplayLIVE in January 2022, and I had quite a bit of success already with sports betting before joining inplayLIVE. And the reason I joined inplayLIVE was really in search of a community. Uh, the strategies that I implemented were time consuming. They were a grind. And I did that grind for about a year and a half, 2 years, really on my own, 20, 30 hours a week. Two kids at home, 4 and 6, a wife. When they would go to bed, I'd hold myself up in the office, sit here in the kitchen, and bet away, work away for 4 or 5 hours a night. And I kept asking myself, telling myself, there's got to be a community out there that's doing this. There's no way that I'm the only one that is implementing strategies like this. So I actually started Googling sports betting sites. And it's interesting, I had always called it sports investing. Because if you said sports betting, it has the negative sound to that. So I never considered it gambling or betting, but really investing. So I was Googling sports investing. And of course, Facebook, being as nosy as Facebook is, started having advertisements show up on my newsfeed after I started Googling that. So that's how I got introduced to inplayLIVE. So I joined the normal service in January, but really wasn't until March, until I joined Certified Pro, that things really took off. And that's when hockey season came around. Had a great hockey season, as a lot of us did. Just absolutely killed it there. Made probably $50,000 or so in the month of April into May. And then baseball had a lot of success as well. Really focusing on Bakers. Originally starting out with everything, figuring out kind of time wise and what I wanted to put into it. So focused on a particular strategy and made about $40,000 or $50,000 on that strategy alone. And then here in the fall, up probably $20,000 or $30,000 on inplayLIVE strategies. So when I joined back in January, I had already made about $400,000 on my own. And now combining what I had done in the spring with now using my strategies here in the fall, along with inplayLIVE strategies, I'm up to a little over $700,000 of lifetime profit now, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. I track my profits per hour. Last fall, it came out to being about $600 an hour. This fall, it's roughly $600 an hour, which I just can't even believe, and just continue to wake up and pinch myself every morning. I'm a numbers guy. I'm a finance major, accounting major. I'm a CPA, and I love sports. So sports and numbers combined is just the ultimate rush for me, and to be able to not only do that, but now be in a community. So it's been great early on, meeting folks, learning inplayLIVE strategies. I've met a handful of folks here in the Jersey area for lunch, for breakfast. Made a lot of really good friends through that. And now that we're getting into a season that I specialize in, I really want to get back, and I really am passionate about helping others. And I always told myself it's a shame that I would be the only one making the profits that I'm making, and as I wouldn't say easy, but as simple as it is to make these significant profits. Now I want as many people as possible to be making those. So I really side with Pace, and the reason that he created this community is why I wanted to join. Is I want to expand this. I want others to be as successful as we have been. Not many times in life are we going to have the opportunities to be to make as much money as we're making, doing things that we love like this. So I really want to take advantage of these times and make sure that others are as well. So being a numbers guy, just wanted to share a few graphs showing my success. This is my weekly in-season profits. So we got the number of weeks. So I've been doing this probably about 70 weeks, and I call in season September to April. Again, basketball is really my specialty. International basketball, college, NBA, doesn't matter what the sport is. The strategies that I like can really be used on any of those. So, starting off playing around, was making $5,000 or so a week, $10,000 at most. 1 week, I really wanted to push myself to see how far I can go with the books. So instead of making $2,000 bets, I was making $5,000, $10,000 bets. And again, this is before I had the knowledge of inplayLIVE and knowing what to do and not to do to get limited. So had a great week, best week I've ever had, and haven't really even touched that yet. Again, but made a little over $43,000, $43,295 in 1 week. Got limited the week after that. But what's significant about this is I was making really no more than probably $1,500, $2,000 bets at max. So even after being limited in one of my major books, I was still making $25,000 a week. And it's crazy. You get what you put into it. And I know that I'm making $600 an hour. At the beginning of every week, my goal was to make $15,000. So I would work my tail off Monday through Friday until I made that $15,000. And then come the weekend, I put into it what I could. Family is very important to me. I love spending time with the kids. They're only going to be young once. But when they're down for a nap, when they go to bed, when I have some time in the morning, waking up early, whether it's international ball or at night, college basketball, I would put time back into it. And usually, those extra hours would get me up to that 20, 25,000. Joining inplayLIVE was around a week, probably 52, 53. So here, I was not only using some of my strategies Monday through Friday, but also started layering in, the hockey and a few other sports that worked out very well. Actually, the week I joined Certified Pro was the college championship week for basketball, which was just an absolutely tremendous week. So now that this fall, it's been great because again, like I mentioned, I've been using my strategies kind of Monday through Friday and throughout the day, and then logging in at night, watching the streams, following the picks of Pace and Kenny and team, while also doing my strategies at the same time. But like I mentioned, now I want to get back. I want to share what I've been able to do with others. And this is my cumulative in season profit. So, it's the hockey stick, right? And what we're doing is not rocket science. And I truly believe that we can teach others how to do this as well. So anybody who's struggling, they may have a couple bad weeks. I would love to be able to work with them and to show them how you can use these strategies. You can use these to complement, what is already being done in inplayLIVE. And again, these strategies aren't completely unique. They're very similar to some of the strategies that are already being used, but I think they would complement them very well. And it's great to have more tools in the toolkit. And I'm excited to be able to hopefully work with the group and to teach others, and really to continue to make the community better than it already is. Just a great time to be involved with all of this, and the opportunities that we have are just absolutely tremendous. So I really hope that I have the opportunity to work with you guys on a more formal level, and to continue to give back to the community.